What's good, everybody? It's your boy DJ Phat coming at y'all with another video. Now this is going to be another addition into the Phat Talk segment. Y'all enjoyed that first video, so I'm coming at y'all with another one. This specific video, I'm making this for UTA Radio as well. Since COVID-19 has shut down campus, we're doing online classes. I just had a meeting with my station manager and the station runners and all the other advanced DJs, and we basically have to continue making content even though we can't go into the radio studio. So this is going to be a special rendition of Phat Talk. And as y'all know, I said in my entrepreneurship video, I started 2 businesses in school, just started my 3rd business, and I'm basically coming to talk to y'all about struggles in owning your own business. And more specifically, I'm a black man, so I'm going to talk about struggles in having a black owned business. So like I did in my other video, we're going to split this into different segments, different sections, and I'm going to just go on so I don't just be talking and rambling and not making my points basically. So the first thing I want to talk about is the motive. What's the reason I started my business and why this specific product? So my motive and my reason for starting my photography business, like I told y'all, that was just a hobby. It was a hobby at first. I was doing it for free. Turned out people are users and abusers, and I was like, you know what, I might as well get paid if people are not gonna give me the simple credit that I asked for. So that's how that became a business. And the reason that I started that specific thing is because I like taking pictures of myself. I like taking pictures of developing content of myself and my homegirls and my friends make music. I've made 2 album covers this past month or this year already, and that's something else that I want to get into, doing that more often. So that is why I started doing photography. And my other business is selling daiquiris. That came out of, I don't know, I used to do it for parties, and then people was always telling me, Phat, bro, you gotta sell these, you gotta sell these, you gotta sell these. So that's something else I started, and college students love to drink, so I was like, here you go. I got my TABC, I got all that stuff, so I was like, I might as well. And also the food business. Y'all know college students love to eat, and people love balling on a budget. So basically I developed that because I like to eat. I like to eat for cheap. Other college students like to eat for cheap. I can cook. I've been cooking since I was 8 years old. I've been cooking for all of our Friendsgivings, and every time me and my friends get together and we have food, I'm 9 times out of 10 the one that is cooking. So everybody used to always tell me, Phat, bro, you gotta start a cooking business, you gotta start a cooking business. And me and my homeboy were working on doing that together, but we just kept getting sidetracked. I don't know, like, there's really no excuse. I was trying to make up an excuse, but there is no excuse, so we just kept getting sidetracked, so it never worked out. So that's the reason that we never did it together. But I lost my job due to COVID-19. I can't put a middle finger up, but you know what I want to do, COVID-19. So I lost my job doing online school, basically stuck in the house, can't get out, can't move, can't do nothing unless I'm either making a delivery or going to get more supplies. But I consider it a blessing in disguise a little bit, because I don't think I would have been able to jump and just make this leap of faith if COVID-19 did shut everything down and I lost my job. Because now, shoot, I'm low-key making more money and we're working out of my house and I wasn't my job. I don't want to put y'all all of my finances, so we're gonna go and skip over that. So the process, what is the first step you made to make that happen? Now specifically, I already went through my photography journey with y'all on my entrepreneurship video. Go check that on my channel. It'll be a link to that video underneath this video, so yeah, go check that out. Also, I'm going to talk about the food business, and specifically the first step that I made to make that happen is during homecoming week last semester 2019, during the month of November, early November, late October, early November, I used to just go buy turkey legs and make them on my own because I like turkey legs a lot, and so I used to cook them a lot. And then it turned into my student organization, the Black Community Executive Board, which is a collective of black students who want to make change in the black community here at UTA. Shout out to our PWI UTA. And we basically, I told them, I said, hey, we can sell turkey legs. I know how to cook them. I got a grill. I bought a grill for my birthday. So I literally went to go buy a bunch of turkey legs. We probably spent about, I don't want to put y'all in my finances, but I'll let y'all know what we did for the school. We turned $47 into $620 in 2 days. And I ain't gonna tell y'all how we did that. Just know your boy is a natural born hustler. I do my own promotions, I do my own everything. So my first step to making that happen, I actually did back, but when I wasn't doing it for myself. So I just took that same crowd of people, that same information, that same little, whatever you call it, fandom, or not fandom, just that same customer base, and I put that into work for myself. So I just took a couple pictures that we took last semester. I posted on my Instagram, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook. I said, hey, I'm starting a new business. I want y'all to support me. I got my TABC. I got my, you know, all the licenses and stuff. So I said, let me go and start this. So I did that. And let's just say I don't ever plan on working for nobody ever again if I don't want to. Now I may go get me a job at a shoe store just to you know, get that discount on shoes. But other than that, man, your boy is really living comfortably out here, out of my own house, out of my own home. Now, trial and errors. Now, a couple trials and errors that I ran into is I wasn't as organized when I first started my daiquiris and first started my turkey legs. So I just was doing it off a whim. I wasn't following no recipes. I just was doing my own thing, which I can cook, so you can do your own thing when you got it like that sometimes. No, I'm just playing. But I just had to take it back a little bit because I was using way more product than I needed to, trying to get certain things the way I wanted it to. And now I have everything organized in a way, like with my daiquiri business, I have literally containers for my flavorings. I have containers for my sugar. I have containers for candy, containers for straws. Everything is organized now, and I have measuring tools and measuring cups to where every single daiquiri is going to come out perfectly. I don't have to eye it no more. Y'all know black people love eyeing some stuff. Like, you ain't got to know measurements, you can just eye it. Black people love eyeing some stuff, but I got everything down to a science, basically, to where if I need to make a daiquiri, I can make a daiquiri like that because it's a recipe. It's a, like I said, I have it down to a science at this point. With the turkey legs, I had to learn how to cook them not too fast, because if you cook them fast, the meat is going to be dry, the meat is not going to be tender. I have finally learned how to slow cook. I've gotten a system down to where I know how to get my grill to a specific temperature, and when I get my grill to that specific temperature, then I put into place the turkey legs. I let them cook. I turn them every hour, and I cook them for about 2.5 to 3 hours, like literally like slow cooking. But it's a small grill, so it's slow cooking, but it's still kind of cooking a little bit fast. And then when I take them off the grill, I put them in the oven on warm after they're fully cooked, and then as they sit in the oven and incubate on warm after all that time, it gets to the point where you can literally take the foil off, turn it upside down. You don't even have to shake it. It falls right off the bone. So that's something that I had to learn with my trials and errors of starting my daiquiri business and starting my turkey leg business. Now I've gotten it so down to a science that I could wake up, do everything I need to do in the morning for 30 minutes to get the turkey legs ready, cooked, and prepped, and I can go back to sleep and just wake up every hour to turn them and make sure that they tender and cooking. And then when they get to the point that I like them, I put them in the oven on warm and let them slow cook for the rest of the day. And I probably start serving at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, like around this time. Basically, it's about to be 1 o'clock, so I have about another 30 minutes to an hour before it's time for me to start doing promotions on Twitter, promotions on Instagram, promotions on Facebook, so let people know to come buy the product. So those are my trials and errors. I had to learn how to get more organized, because if you're not organized, you basically just going off a whim, and going off a whim is not always the best thing to do when you're trying to maintain consistency and a continuity in your business. So how did you find the tools, utensils used necessary to make, package, and produce your product? So like I said, this kind of goes into trials and errors. I was doing it for a little minute without being organized, and that turned into me, like I said, using way more product than I had to, not being able to properly dispose of, you know, the packaging that I had it in, because I literally used to keep the packages of everything that I bought and just pour a little bit out at a time as I needed to make certain things and seasonings and do all this. And I got to the point where I said, let me go do a little bit of research. Dollar Tree is your best friend. I'm telling you, if you have a small business, now eventually when I grow and become, you know, more, what's the word? When I become bigger and have a bigger customer base and all that, I will eventually have to go to, like, you know, the container stores and all these things. But right now, Dollar Tree is my best friend. I got things from the little bitty containers on to the big, huge industrial size containers, and I keep everything in a certain color container depending on what it is. I have it labeled with a certain color marker on my label. I have a certain size container depending on what product I'm doing. Like the flavoring comes in the small ones, the sugar comes in a really big one. I have the measuring cups inside the other container. My straws come inside a medium sized container, and it's different colors depending on the color of the product that I'm doing, the color of the whatever. I even went and bought, like, I can't lift it up right now because it's kind of heavy. But I even went and bought like a bunch of those coolers from Walmart. You know the coolers that they have at like the football games that be on the side with the Gatorades and waters in them. I went and bought a couple of those. I used those to season my turkey legs, and I put ice over the top. Not like loose ice, but just like ice over the top of it to keep them like cool throughout the night. That's what I season my turkey legs in. I let them sit, marinate overnight. Wake up in the morning, wrap them up inside of foil. And I got those from Walmart. So Walmart and the Container Store, Walmart and Dollar Tree have been my best friends thus far with finding all of my products. And I can't tell y'all where I get my flavorings for my daiquiris, and I can't tell y'all where I get my turkey legs, because that's just not y'all business. Now, if you have been with me, if you know the process and the struggles, if you've been with me on this journey of making this business, like my friends know, and people who have been with me trying to grow it and me asking questions, they know. But this ain't just for the fandom. Y'all make sure y'all just come support your boy Phat's Turkey Legs and Fed Daiquiris. Come and get your fix. So for me personally, how did I find those? I basically just like looked around. Like I went to Dollar Tree to get batteries one day, and I went down this little aisle where they have a bunch of containers. And like I said, they have containers down to this size all the way up to the size of my iPad, like, or even some that's bigger, but I only need about this size. And I literally went and bought a bunch of them, bunch of different sizes, and I organized everything from the candy to the flavor to the sugar to the seasoning to the everything that I do. I have it packaged and contained, and I have it in a very organized way that I keep it in my kitchen. You really can't even see it when you come in my kitchen until it's time for me to open up shop and I'm making daiquiris and making turkey legs and stuffing them and doing all this. And that's another thing when it comes to like my product. As far as the food that I use, I found a really good plug on cheap meat that is still good, healthy, a nice size, no GMOs, it's natural, all of that. So I really done came up with this little business, and I'm going to continue to grow it, continue to make it everything that I want it to be. So that was the process. Now moving on to the pros and cons of having a specifically black owned business. So the first thing I have on here is the support system. I have a really good support system as far as like my immediate family. I have some really close friends, and my social media support, because it almost surprises me every time I start a new venture. And my homeboys be like, bro, I told you it was gonna pop. I told you it was gonna boom. You know how sometimes you don't know the influence that you have on other people until you do something and it shows you the influence that you have on other people? That's basically what I had to go through with starting these businesses. I posted my daiquiris and turkey leg business on Twitter, and within an hour I had like over 150 likes. I had like 150 retweets. And if you know Twitter, 150 retweets is a lot, especially if you have a business and something that you're trying to get out to people. Now don't get me wrong, you can do way better than that. It's some people who be having thousands and hundreds of thousands, but like I said, I'm just starting out. I don't have 15K followers. I have a regular amount of followers. So for mine to do what it did, and it's been supporting and sustaining me thus far with paying rent, paying this lawyer, we won't skate past that, and doing other things that I had to do in life. Basically, it's been sustaining me better than my job was even before I got laid off due to COVID-19. I want to flick it off, but we're doing this for YouTube Radio, so we can't do all that. Also, the payoffs. Now, the payoffs for having your own business is I get to work from home, I make my own schedule, I make my own prices, I make my own, basically I do everything. I get to choose how I do everything. Whereas if you had a job, when you come on this job, it's probably already either a corporate or if it's even a franchise, they have a certain way of doing things. Even if that doesn't always align with how you would do it, you have to follow the rules because you're working for somebody else. Now I work for myself. I'm the CEO, my CFO is my boy E. White, and I am the chief marketing officer, like everything else I do on my own. I cook the food, I make the food, I take pictures of the food, I post the food, I deliver the food, I do promo for the food. Everything that comes with the business I do on my own, which I'm not complaining because it's teaching me how to have my hands in everything. So when I do eventually become this huge CEO with a multi-million-dollar and hopefully billion-dollar company, I will have the experience to have the empathy for other people who are like beneath me in my company. Not beneath me like, oh, you're beneath me, but like who fall up under me, like, you know, the general managers of the stores that I'm gonna have eventually, like, you know, the regular day-to-day workers, the cruise shift, all those people. I'm doing all of that right now at 22 years old. So by the time I get 30 years old, 35, 40 years old, and I've built this Phat Enterprises, that's gonna be a thing one day. Y'all remember that, Phat Enterprises. When I build that one day, I'm gonna have the experience from doing everything. So a person can't write me an email or try to come to my office and say, you don't know what it feels like. Yes, I do. I'm on the front line lines right now. I do everything myself. How in the future, we're going to have a marketing section in the company. We're going to have crew people in the company. We're going to have delivery service in the company. We're going to have the CFOs, and you know, I'm going to still be the CEO, and we're going to have all these different people that do all the jobs that I'm doing right now on my own. So, you know, that's something that I like as a payoff. I'm going to be able to have that knowledge and have that empathy for other people and know how it is to be on the bottom and grow it all the way to the top. Like I said, stay on the lookout for Phat Enterprises. So, the benefits, which basically plays into the payoff. So the benefits right now is I make really good money sitting at my house. Like, I don't have to go look for a job. I don't have to be stressed about, oh my gosh, how I'm gonna pay this rent. I don't have to be like, dang, I want to eat that, but I can't afford that. Or I ain't got enough money to spend on this. The benefits is, shoot, I pay for my own products. I pay for my own storage. I pay for everything, but the payoff is much greater than what I'm putting into it. So that's a really good benefit. Another good benefit is I'm learning how to be self-sufficient. I'm learning how to build generational wealth. I'm learning how to eventually take care of, you know, my family, my kids. I'm going to be able to give my kids a life that I wasn't blessed with. Not saying anything wrong with my parents, because they definitely did their thing, and I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't have the upbringing that I had. So shout out to my people, shout out to them. But you know, just in the realm of, I don't know, like I'm just gonna be able to live comfortably. Even though I'm working hard right now at 22 doing all this, I'm gonna be able to live comfortably 30 plus, like, you know, 40 plus. I'm not gonna have to be struggling and still wondering where this coming from, where that coming from, where this coming from, because I'm putting things in place now that are gonna be fruitful for me in the future. So what great has come out of it? So something that's great that has come out of me owning my own business. Sorry y'all, I've been eating like pistachios and peanuts and stuff. Like, I'm a real big nut guy, pause. So that's why if you see anything flying out my mouth or any little thing on my lip, that's probably a piece of a pistachio or peanut or something. But what great has come out of it? So one thing great that has come out of it, and the section that I'm on is pros of having your own business. So what great has come out of it? The two things that are great. One thing, financial security. I am financially secure. I'm not struggling anymore. I'm not, you know, wondering how this is, where this is going to come from, where that's going to come from. Another great thing that comes out of it is I have steady money coming in every single day. Whereas if you off of work that day, you don't get paid that day. I'm on at all times of the day, and it's not as much of a hassle because I'm literally, like, to shoot this video, I literally just got out of my bed and set up all this stuff, and I'm shooting the video. If I get an order, I can pause this camera, go make an order, give it to the person, and come right back in here and continue doing this video. So that's what's great. I have flexibility to do what I want to do. It's some days where I can go 7 days a week, or I can take the day off and go hang out with my cousin, my favorite cousin, or I can go back to my mama's house, or I can go, you know, ask my mama what she need. Like, hey mom, you need something? You know, that feels good to be able to take care of your T. Jones. I'm telling y'all, that's like, and I'm sure in all communities, but specifically in the black community, to be able to take care of your mama is one of the biggest accomplishments in the black community. I'm not saying the biggest because I don't want to speak for all black people, but I just know it is a very great feeling and a great thing if you're able to take care of your T. Jones. So that's what I'm gonna say. Running the ship alone. So that's where I you know, it plays into the payoffs and the support system. So I'm not running the ship alone because I have to. My friends tell me all the time, if you need help with me doing this, if you need me to go make a delivery, if you need me to go do this, I'm a very prideful person, and I know God hates pride. I need to give that up. But I'm so invested on being self-made, and I understand self-made doesn't mean doing everything yourself, but I'm in the process of trying to do everything myself because I don't want to get mad at anybody if they don't hold up the same continuity that I would if I'm doing something. I don't want to get pissed off at, you know, this friend because they didn't go as hard as I would have went. Even though they're not doing bad, they just not going as hard as I would have went. I don't want to, like, you know, have any hard feelings towards anybody because I feel like they even messed up the brand of what I'm trying to build with my company. So I have people who are definitely like, hey Phat, if you need me to do this, you need me to do that, like whatever you need, this and this and that. And if I get to the point where I'm slumped and overwhelmed, I will definitely reach out to my friends and say, hey, okay, I'm gonna need you to come make these deliveries for me. Hey, I'm gonna need you to come do this for me. I'm gonna pay you this. I need you to come do this for me. I'm gonna pay you that. I'm not in that position right now to hire other people. I'm making good money, but I'm not in the position right now to be like, okay, I want you to be my delivery person. I want you to be the person that runs to the store to get my supplies. I want you to be, I don't mind waking up at 6 in the morning and driving to the store to make sure I'm the first person there to get everything I need. I don't mind going to bed super late because I gotta make a late night run to go get certain items at midnight, because to have it ready in the morning, I don't mind doing that, because like I said, it builds humility, it will keep me humble, and it will also, like I said earlier, give me the knowledge and the empathy that I would need to understand what my workers in the future are going to go through. I'm going through it right now, and I don't mind it, because I want to be able to explain to them, hey, this is what I did for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, however long it takes me to build my company to where I need to do, I'm going to build it, and I will use my resources when I need them, just like my homeboy Ed. Shout out to Ed. I talked about him in my entrepreneurship video. He literally sends me money to go and get new supplies. Even though I've gotten to the point where I'm a little bit more self-sufficient, he still will say, hey, what you need? Hey, you need me to come do this? Do I need to pull up? Do I need to come do this? Do you need help with me coming to do that? Like, he hits me up on a consistent basis, just checking in and making sure I got everything I need. So shout out to my boy E. White. And like I said, I'm running the ship alone, but I'm running it alone because I'm just trying to grow this as organically as possible on my own, and when I do need help, I do take the help that I have when I do need it. So the next section is the cons of having a black-owned business. What are the drawbacks? What are the, I guess, negative things that come out of having your own black-owned business? The doubters and moochers is the first thing, and I put those on the same level because that's the same kind of person to me. A person who doesn't feel like, you know, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. You know, a person who kind of like downplays what you're doing, like, oh, okay, is it working? Do you think that's gonna work? You think that's gonna be sufficient? You think that's gonna, you know, people who don't believe in your dream. Now, one thing I always say, I forgot who said it. I'll be watching a lot of interviews and a lot of motivational things, and one person said, you can't let anybody else dictate what your dream is for you. I think I just made that up. I really think I made that up. So that's fat talking. You can't let another person dictate what your dream is for you. Just because that person wasn't able to follow their dreams and put the necessary energy, they didn't have the necessary tenacity, they didn't have the drive and the dedication that you have to make sure your dreams are going to come true. You can't listen to that other person, because you have to live your own life. You can't worry about what this person telling you, oh, it ain't gonna work, it ain't gonna do this, it ain't gonna do this. We live in 2020. Technology is amazing. You can learn how to do anything you want to do. I've never cooked a turkey leg a day in my life before. Back in October, I had never ever cooked a turkey leg from raw to cooked a day in my life. I just know I knew how to cook. I know how to work a grill, so we finna see what this is gonna do. And if I needed any extra help, I have YouTube, I have Google, I have all these necessary resources that can help me do what I need to do. A lot of people just don't want to do the research. That's what it comes down to. People don't want to do the research. They don't want to take the time out it is to learn everything. A lot of people want to be stubborn. I can't talk too much because I'm stubborn myself, but I'm not so stubborn that I would trip myself up. Like, I'm not the kind of person that won't take this opportunity because it's not going to pay off right now. Like I said in my other video, Dr. Boyce Watkins said a lot of our people, skin folk, miss out on a lot of opportunities because it's not a paycheck directly attached to it. You can go do something for free as community service, and just because you're doing your community service so good, somebody can come up to you and say, hey, I want you to come do this for my company, or hey, I want to invest in what you're doing right now. Hey, I like what you're doing. Let's talk more about how I can help you grow this. You never know who's going to be anywhere. Me, I love community service. I grew up in a household where my mama, we love community service so much. My mama started her own community service that we do every year for Thanksgiving and Christmas. We feed the elderly and we feed homeless people, and that's something that we do with our own money. Our family comes together, we put our own money into getting plates, supplies, and my mama has access to a industrial kitchen. We go cook. We meet at 4 a.m. in the morning, cook all that food, and go serve it to the people. And that's something we've been doing for the past 7-8 years now. Since back when I was in high school, and now I'm a super senior in college, 5th year. Hey, I'm almost out that thing in May. Don't worry about that. Don't judge me. So that's something that you know, I love community service, and I don't mind doing something for free because the benefit could come later on in life, and I understand that. It took me a minute to understand that, but now I understand it. Okay, so moochers. Moochers are the people that I really hate. It's like a parasite, almost like. And then moochers are people that show fake love. Now, for example, when I posted my thing on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on all these places, it was a lot of people screenshotting and sharing it on their own. Like I told y'all, I want everything to be organic. I'm not the person that sends stuff, and no offense to people that do, but I'm not the person that sends stuff to people, say, hey Q, share this for me. Do you mind sending this on your page? You mind posting this? You mind? Because I do that for other people. People hit me up all the time. Hey, you'll post this, you'll screenshot this, you'll do this, you'll do that. And I do it because I don't mind doing it, but I'm not the person to do that to other people. I just want everything to be organic, and it was. Now, there was a lot of people who would share it and hit me up and be like, hey bro, if I bring you some customers, can I get this for free? Hey bro, if I bring you this many customers, can I get a discount? Hey, if I tell my peoples and we all come, if I bring 10 people, support the business. Why are you trying? Like, look, I'm not a franchise yet. I haven't grew to a multi-million-dollar company. So why would you want to take what I'm doing and try to take away from that? If you want to help me grow genuinely, and it be people who have came and tried the product, liked it, and you've brought your friends back. You didn't bring your friends back to me because my food was nasty. You didn't bring your friends back to me because my daiquiri was disgusting, or it didn't have taste, it didn't have this. You brought people to me because you enjoyed the product that you bought. And my thing is, why would you try to come to me and take away from that? Just because I'm a small company does not mean that one individual will change the entire outcome of what I got going on. So I've had to tell people no, like I haven't got to the point yet to where I can have promo specials and promo deals. And let's talk about this. I understand my audience. So when I pick my price point, and I did the research. I picked my price point because my main demographic is college students. College students don't have $25 to spend on this or $30 to come spend on that. My prices are cheap. You're not gonna go to no other daiquiri shop in Arlington and get a 16-ounce daiquiri for $5. You're just not gonna go do that. You're not gonna go nowhere in Arlington and get or in the DFW and get a large turkey leg, the kind that be at the fair, for $12 and get it stuffed for an extra $2. You're not going to go anywhere in the DFW and get that for that price. So why would you come to me, who has already tailored my prices to a certain demographic, and say, hey, if I do this, you get a discount? No, I'm not interested. You do not have to purchase from my company. Thank you so much for sharing that. And if you shared it to get a discount, please delete that, because I really don't need fake support. So the backfire. Now, the backfire from me starting this business is I've begun to hate people. I began to really just, well, let me not say hate, because hate is a strong word. The Bible say don't hate. I began to strongly dislike people, to the point where, like I talked about, the moochers, the doubters, the people who I will send you my menu and then you will ask me, hey, you ask me a question that is answered on the menu. Literally, my menus have been made after I've been doing this for over a couple weeks, and I made a menu to answer all of those questions that people ask, and people still find a way to ask me questions that are on the menu. And what do? I will quote the piece of the menu that answers their question, and I will send it in the italicized words to let you know this is what it is. I don't know if people think that re-asking me something is going to make me change my policy, is going to make me change the way that I do my business, is going to make me change something that they necessarily don't like or don't agree with. But my prices are my prices, my conditions are my conditions, and my policies are my policies. Stop trying to get me to change, because I sat and I did my research. I sat and I thought about who I'm selling to. I thought about what I'm going to be doing with this business and who I want to be my target audience. I want to cater to everybody, but I understand I live right in the middle of a college town, so I can't be doing Papa those prices in the middle of low income. Like, students, every student I know personally is low income. Like, even if you have a nice job where you're making good money, you still gotta pay rent. Some people gotta pay tuition. Some people got phone bills. Some people got car insurance. Some people got car notes. Some people are trying to live above their means, so the good job ain't really paying off because you're paying for so long. So I thought about all of that when I developed my prices, when I developed my conditions, when I developed my policies. I thought about all of that. So it kind of gets on my nerves when people try to, I don't even know what the word is, try to undermine something that is already in place, or try to further benefit off something that's already benefiting them. So that's the backfire. Now, hardships, which kind of goes into backfire. Hardships, when people try to act like I am dumb, I am stupid, people try to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I tell people, I do my research. I watch videos, I look at restaurant menus that associate with the same kind of business I got going on. I study other people's, and I even go try other stuff. I've been to daiquiri shops. I've been to, like, Turkey Leg Hut in Houston. I've been to these places before I started my own business, which is what inspired me to start my own business and do it my own particular way, because I would definitely go support another business, especially another black business. But when I'm starting my own, I want to do certain things my own way. So here's a tip for everybody. If you want certain things to happen, you will have to do certain things on your own and make them happen a certain way. Now, what bad has come out of me starting my own business? Now, what's bad that has come out of me starting my own business is the people, really, because everything with my business has been a blessing. It's been the people who try to undermine my prices, who try to bargain with me on something that's already set in stone, and when people try to, I guess, what's the word? People try to say that they're doing me a favor by sharing something or telling somebody else or going here, going there, trying to bring me business in order for them to get some type of benefit for them bringing me business. And my thing is, even if you yourself don't do what you're doing, I'm still going, like I sell out of turkey legs every single day. I sell a good amount of daiquiris every single day. My business is going really good. So just if you yourself stop coming, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I'm not trying to say, oh, don't buy my product, don't. But what I'm saying is, don't try to come and undermine what I've already done the research on, what I've already catered to a certain demographic on, what I've already have been successful doing thus far. And if you're just now coming and saying that something isn't working for you, well, it's working for these other 150 people who've supported my business. So I don't mind if you yourself don't choose to partake in my business. That's just what it is. That's really what it is. Ignorance of customers. So one thing that really blows me is if a customer hits me up, and I post my menu every single day. So if you've been on my page and you send me a tweet of my food, the menu is in that tweet. So when people hit me up and say, hey bro, you send me your menu, and literally they've just sent me my menu. Like, you sent me my menu asking me to send you my menu. So I send you my menu, and then you tell me exactly what you want. The prices are next to everything, even down to the delivery, down to adding extra things on it, down to the size, down to what's in it. It tells you the ingredient, not the ingredients, but it tells you the flavors, all that. And people still take it upon themselves to order off my menu and then ask me, okay, how much is it? And me personally, I tell them the right price, but I say, you know what? I'm gonna start adding $3-4 to people who ask me how much is it. I'm gonna just start adding money to it and see if they catch it. Because my thing is, you literally have the menu. You have the menu with all the prices, all the descriptions. It breaks everything down for you. A lot of people ask me questions, and I'll be like, to me, it seems like they're trying to ask me the question in hopes that I will drop the price, in hopes that I will change my policy, in hopes that I will do something different than what I've already done. And I've already made accommodations for people who are not making that much money. I've made accommodations for people who don't want to leave their house. I've made accommodations for people who are just very difficult in particular. I've made accommodations for them. And people still find ways to be, I want to use the word ignorant, because ignorant means to not know. And a lot of people think that ignorant is something negative. It literally just means you don't know. Now, some of these people be knowing, so I ain't gonna use the other word that I'm thinking. I'm just gonna say ignorant. That's what I'm gonna say. We gonna go ahead and keep it pushing. Now, the cons. Well, I basically went through the running the whole ship alone, the pros and the cons. So, family and friends. So, the support or lack thereof. This is the next segment, family and friends. So, my family supports me a lot. But there are those people, like, you'll get, a cousin every now and then, or like an auntie, or like somebody every now and then, who just because I'm your cousin, I'm your nephew, I'm your, whatever I am to you in the family, you think that you don't have to follow the same rules as everybody else. And my thing is, there is no family discount because there's already a discount built into my prices. And if I give you a discount, I wouldn't be making the money that like I'm trying to pay my rent, I'm trying to pay this lawyer off, I got car insurance, I have a phone bill, I got like it's a lot of stuff that I have that I'm paying for right now. So I can't be giving and I got a big old family, a huge family. So I can't just be throwing discounts to every auntie, uncle, you know. And let me tell you something. My mama, that's the one person who she can get anything from me and don't have to do. My mama pays me, and not only does she pay me, she will send me extra money just because I'm having a drive to come and bring it to. Like, my mama supports my business wholeheartedly, and that's the one individual who can ask me for anything. She don't have to pay for nothing. If my mama is paying me according to my menu and according to my prices, what makes you think anybody else in this world can get anything for free, anything discounted, anything? My mother is paying me. And that's like, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself, but that just goes to show nobody else in this world can get anything for discounted, anything for free, because my prices are already discounted. And if I do something for free, that's mentally retarded, because I own my own business now. So I don't have, you know, millions of dollars coming in. I'm making good money, but I'm not just a millionaire to where I can miss out on this $20, I can miss out on this $12, I can miss out on this $14. No, I need everything coming to me. I need everything that's coming to me to come to me. And it says support and lack thereof, and a lot of it is fake. So I have a family member who will share my stuff on Facebook and then hit me up and be like, hey, so how much would I have to pay if I did the same price that's on the menu? Like, what do you mean how much would you have to pay? You would have to pay what it says you have to pay. So discounts, I already talked about discounts. And let's talk about hating. So I haven't particularly experienced hating on my own, but you know how like conversations get had in different segments of, different areas that you're not around, but like you hear about. I don't know, I'm just gonna skip over the whole hating section. Just know I peeps. Now, aspirations and growth. This is the rounding up the ending of the video. This is me talking about where I want to see my business grow, what are my goals in life, expansions, and my gift bag. So, 5-year goal. So in 5 years, I want to either have, now this may happen this summer depending on how this little deal I got going on. I either want to have a food truck or a storefront, or even both. And I basically want to sell my turkey legs, sell daiquiris. I want to add other items to the menu, other stuffed items, other stuffing items, and also just other things like, you know, quick foods, quesadilla. A lot of people love Mexican food out here, so, you know, do that. My cousin hit me up and he wanted to start like a little spot. I'm not going to give too much detail on that because that's something that he got going on. He just entrusted me with information because he wants me to be a part of it, and I'm definitely going to be a part of it. So working with him, starting my own thing, getting it going. And I just want to continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to become smarter with business, and continue to be fruitful with my economic empowerment and build generational wealth in my own immediate family, and help out the rest of my family to build it. Now, my life goals. Now, if y'all know, I'm a radio, TV broadcast major in college. I want to be a radio host. I want to host events like award ceremonies, you know, BET Awards, the Grammys, you know. I want to host specials on TV. I want to host, like, you know how they have, like, you know, Black Girls Rock. Eventually they're going to have Black Boys Rock, Black Kings Rock, Black Men Rock, you know, all that kind of stuff. I want to host events. My hosting style is more of like Jamie Foxx. I add a little singing in there. I don't sing in front of nobody except for my really close friends. But when I get on stage, when I've hosted events in the past, I play around with singing a little bit just to add to my set, just to add to my character, just to add to my personality on stage and all that. And I want to also develop nonprofits for low-income communities. I want to help people become financially literate. You know, I want to help people learn how to grow generational wealth like I'm doing on myself right now. And I also want to start like basically in South Dallas we have this building called the Cultural Center, where it's like the arts. It's basically for arts and learning how to do certain things like cooking, you know, theater arts, dancing, all that kind of stuff, like drawing, photography, all that stuff. I want to basically develop my own version of that, but make it for digital arts. So graphic design, you know, producing, mixing, rapping, singing. You know, I also want to have like cooking in there as well, because that's going to be my brand one day, cooking, and, you know, media training and personality wise and photography, and do basically that same thing but just for media arts. That's what I want to do. And just to give kids other options in life, because a lot of people don't know what they like because they're not exposed to it. I didn't know I wanted to be a radio host till I got to college. I didn't know I wanted to do photography till I got to college because I wasn't pre-exposed to that or had enough exposure to it to know if I really rocked with it or not. But now I know, and it's a blessing, and it's going to continue to provide financial security for me for the rest of my life. Now, expansions. I talked about having my food truck. I talked about having, you know, a storefront. I eventually want to make this a chain. Phat's Turkey Legs, and I want that to be in every major city, everywhere, doing good. Like I said, I want to be the CEO. I want to go travel and visit all my other stores and see how things is going, see how business is being ran, and I just want to continue to grow, continue to learn. So who knows what I'm gonna be doing in 5 years? Because I didn't think 3 years ago I would have my own radio show. Well, 4 years ago, I have it 4 years. I didn't think 4 years ago I would have my own radio show. I didn't think 3 years ago I'd be a photographer. I didn't think that I would have my own food business. I didn't think I would be making that. I didn't think none of this. So who knows what God has for me in store, because everything I'm doing right now, I didn't plan on doing it. It just came out of the many talents that he has blessed me with, and Lord knows I have way more that I don't even play with. Like I said, singing a little bit, you know, writing, you know, producing. I want to write TV shows. I want to, you know, be on my Tyler Perry, Spike Lee, Lil Waithe, Ava DuVernay, who else? Issa Rae. I want to be the next black film philanthropist, Jordan Peele, all those people. Like, I look up to all those people, and I want to eventually do my own thing when it comes to that. I'm very creative. I'm very talented. I used to act back in the day, so I want to develop ways for other people who come from where I come from to have avenues and ways to do what they really want to do. Because a lot of people don't see themselves doing what they really want to do because they haven't seen it be done before. And I want to provide those ways for people to do that and have that access early on in life. You don't have to wait till you grown to wait to do this or wait to do that. I want to help people out. And my gift bag. So like I said, I want to develop the cultural center, my own version of the cultural center. We're going to call it Phat's Media Enterprise or Phat's Media Center, or you know what, everything I want to be named after myself, because I feel like the word Phat, P-H-A-T, is not politically correct. It's not professional. It's not, you know, all these things. And I want to let people know that I can take my nickname and turn that into whatever I want it to be. Jay-Z is not Jay-Z's name. Like, you know, all these people who have these names that aren't politically correct, and they've turned it, like P. Diddy, Puffy, like all these people who are billionaires now who took their nicknames and turned it into enterprise. That's what I'm trying to do next. Like, I plan on getting my PhD. I want people to call me Dr. Phat. I think that is so dope. Like, Dr. Phat. Like, don't you, hey, Dr. Phat, what's up, bro? Like, you know, I want my name to hold some weight one day, and I don't know. I just want to be great. That's what I want. Like Beyonce, I just want to be happy looking at. but yeah. So those are my struggles of owning and operating a business, more specifically a black-owned business. That is my 5-year plan, my life goals, my expansion on what I want to do. And I just hope God continues to bless me. I hope he continues to allow me to grow with these talents and become more and more self-sufficient like I am now, and help pass that generation on down, pass that generational wealth on down, pass that financial literacy on down, and spread it out to the rest of my family, and just help us all be great, help us all be better, help us all be more well put together. I'm gonna say that. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, man. I will come out with more content eventually. I have been really busy with this turkey leg and this daiquiri business, so bear with me that I have slowed down on posting videos, but hopefully I can get this video up today. It is April 1st, so we're gonna see if this video gets posted on April 1st. And shout out to UTA Radio, shout out to Lance for continuously allowing us to come and do this tomfoolery. Like I said on my other show, Phat's Corner, he just lets us come every week and do what we like to do and be comfortable in our own selves and get our feet wet with this media stuff. So shout out to him, shout out to the rest of the advanced DJs at utaradio.com, and make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the page, and be on the lookout for more videos. Chill!